So welcome to the part 2 explanation over here about relative pronouns. We discussed in the part 1 about the usage of who, which, that, and their objective cases as well as possessive cases. Now let us get into where we have to use comma and where we are supposed to use and where we should not use that all the times. Now, clauses to give more information about people. Of course, we discussed in the prior discussion. That is, say for example, King Shivaji, who was brave. See, it was telling about King Shivaji, who was brave. Fought with valor. Valor means the one who is very daresome. So, in this regard, it speaks about the how brave and valor, both are similar, of course, synonymous in meaning. So it tells about particularly King Shivaji, and this is called a relative clause, who was brave. I met Mr. Kram, of course, on road yesterday, who cried on being negligent. So what was it telling about? It was about somebody and who cried on being negligent. So it tells about somebody who was negligent. So where to use comma? Now in particular, King Shivaji. And see, when I am stating about somebody, King Shivaji, when I tell about, see, there is a gap. So it is one part of the sentence that should be separated with a comma. And who was brave? Now I am telling about another quality, fought with valor. So finally I completed the sentence. Okay. Therefore, when I speak like this, I am supposed to separate with the commas. I met Mr. Kram on road yesterday, comma, who cried on being negligent. On being negligent. Now, so a few sentences are there where we are not supposed to use that. Like Lord Thompson, who is 76, has just retired. Lord Thompson, who is 76, just retired. So, in this sentence particularly, now I wrote here who, that and which. So, we must learn about one thing. Who is more formal than that, and that is more formal than which. Therefore, in most of the formal letters, we are supposed to use who, but not that. Now, in the sentence that I told, Lord Thompson, who is 76, has just retired. So, in this sentence in particular, I just would like to tell you, you see, I cannot use that instead of who. Let me write that example over here. In this, why I should not use that in this case? No, it is formal. See here, Lord Thompson, who is 76, has just retired. So when I use this sentence particularly instead of who, this is right way of usage, but the wrong way of usage is Lord Thompson, okay, that is 76 is wrong to use. So it is a formal sentence where we cannot use that, because who is more formal than that. So the relative pronoun that cannot be used in this. That is used for particularly both things with life and the objects without life. Okay. Now, so in this sentence we got to know that we are not supposed to use that. At the same time, we had fish and chips, which I always enjoy. We had fish and chips, which which I always enjoy. When you give the sentence that I always enjoy cannot be used, because once they are lifeless, we cannot use that. So they are not more formal in this regard. So that cannot be used. So which should be used. Now at the same time, now I would like to tell you about the possessives. What is that possessive over here? Now, already got to know about the possessive. Let me write in clear the first one. Whose, possessive is whose. Okay. And the second one, which can also be used with the, okay, now. At the same time. Now, let us take an example. See, this is Ram. Okay. Whose, okay, pen is lost just now. Now what happened here? What did I tell you? See, this is Ram. Now I am stating about a particular person whose pen is lost just now. And when I took the person and I told very clearly, introduced that. So in this case, what happened here? The pen is possessed by this one. Whose pen? Whose pen? So this object belongs to Ram. Therefore, it is a possessive case. So possessive relative pronoun. So this is a possessive case but not objective case. So this is object here. I am telling about object but not objective case. Now at the same time, we have another example with me. This is George, whom you met at our house last year. This is George, whom you met him last year at my home, at my house. See here, this is George. I am telling about whom you met at my home or at my house last year. Now what I am telling here, I am signifying it. I am trying to emphasize your meeting him. At the same time, the same person. I am trying to signify that the same person is being met last year. The same person was being met last year. So this is what the second is. Now the same way we are trying to get into our textual exercise. There are 5 sentences given over there. I often go to Mumbai. I often go to Mumbai. You see here, I often go to Mumbai. Mumbai is the commercial capital of India. Now let us take the sentences. I often go to Mumbai. Sorry, I often go to Mumbai. Now, full stop. This is one main clause. Take another main clause given there. Mumbai is the commercial capital of India. Commercial capital of India. You are given within the bracket over there which. So we are guided already to use which as a relative pronoun to combine this sentence. I often go to Mumbai. You see here, now you are given there, Mumbai is the commercial capital of India. Now in this case, see how I combine. I will tell you one sentence. One teacher asked a child to combine 2 sentences. I saw a dead body. I saw a man riding a bicycle. So the boy combined both the sentences. I saw a dead body riding a bicycle. So don't combine the sentence in that wrong manner. Now let's get into this. Okay. Now I often go to Mumbai. Mumbai. Now what are we supposed to use here? The repetition of Mumbai must be avoided. I often go to Mumbai, which is the capital city of, or the, not capital, I am sorry, the commercial city. Okay, so commercial capital of India. Commercial capital of India. So this is what. Now you see, I have combined the sentence with which. With which. Actually, little pronouns can be used along with the prepositions. I will tell you later in the next video. Now, I often go to Mumbai, which is the commercial capital of India. Now, the second sentence you see, I'll just read out. My mother is going to host a TV show on cooking. She cooks very well. You are given two main clauses in the sentence. My mother. Now you say, I'm going to combine this. I'm not writing it on the board, but I'm going to combine literally over here. Now, my mother, who cooks very well, is going to host a TV show on cooking. See here, my mother. What is that activity? She cooks very well. Therefore, my mother, who cooks very well, is going to host a TV show, or is going to host a TV show on cooking. Therefore, this is the way we are supposed to combine. We are given there 5 sentences, my friends. You are supposed to go through that and you are supposed to complete this particular part. And at the same time, 4, using negative and emphasis also you are supposed to do it. And when you come back, we will discuss in detail so many things about. And at the same time, I would come back with a video on the explanation of the poem Dust of Snow in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.